Oh my goodness, Blue Arenas! We're gonna work on one of our cute scarecrow wreath bases. These are so fun, so easy to work on and create the cutest projects really fast and easy. We're gonna use a couple of these beautiful orange filler sprays, a little bit of fall greenery here, of course some fuzzy brown pumpkins, which just go great with the vibe, and we are living it up with this kind of retro stripe with all those gorgeous 70s kitchen colors, which works so good for the fall motif. So that's going to be our supplies we're going to use. I am going to use a little bit of floral foam also. We're going to use a small block of floral foam, and I have got my glue pot here ready to go. So what we're going to do to start off with is I've got another video where we tied a bow with this, so we'll have that linked here, but our cute bow is ready to go. And we're going to start off by preparing our base. Now, when you work with something like this, you're going to want the head to be nice and straight, and her, when we put elements on her, we can't have her hanging right or hanging left. We want her to hang straight off her little hanger that's built on there. So what I've done is I've got a small block of floral foam. I've carved out just a little section here so I can place it right over the grapevine and have this go right on the top of her hat. So once I know what I want going on, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that over here and just get it ready. And you can come from the back and support this a little bit more with some floral pins if you want to. You've got a nice frame here. I would do that to make sure it's a little bit more secure. So let me grab my floral pins. They're in my little bucket. And I'll just grab a couple out of here. These dudes kind of help it stabilize it from the wires in the back. All right, now these may be a little too long, which they're a little long, so I'm gonna have to trim them. Trim them before they go in, guys, so they're not quite so long. You just trim them and make them a little shorter, okay? Because now I'm gonna have to go back and trim on the other side. The first one I put in is a little bit long and poking through, but trim it first. It's a little more neat and clean, and you won't poke yourself with it. So a couple of pins in just to help secure it. Those went right through the glue, and we are ready to go. Now, next step is we're going to go ahead and get our base looking super fine by using these cute, this is a filler berry that works great in here. We're going to use it like almost like a greenery. So what I want you to do is just take and tear these off into smaller little sections, just like this, and we're going to do that on both stems. I'll put this other greenery down here and move these pumpkins out of the way. But I'm going to use a couple of stems. I want to make it nice and full. Just tear those off and cut these down really neat and clean. And then you are going to be ready to put these on and start shaping out our base. Save your good wires. We can definitely recycle them and use them to put into other pieces. Now we're going to start shaping out our base. So we want to shake hands with each piece and make sure you're utilizing any good wires you've got going in there. Give that a swirl in your glue pot. And you're going to start to shape out your beautiful design here. And you want to take this simple wreath base and accentuate the lines of it. I love doing that. Really kick them out here. So we're going to use them opposite each other. I love that. And then we'll go a little bit shorter on each side so we can kind of have a whole look started here. Pop that one in. Isn't that cute? And one here on the top. I like making it nice and full like this. And then you can manipulate these up for a little bit of movement. And we're going to do the same thing down here at the bottom. And on these, I'm going to overlap on the top a little so I can start kind of camouflaging my moss. My foam base, I always say that wrong, sorry. I call moss and foam the same thing all the time. It's a watermelon pumpkin thing. If you know, you know. I'm sorry. I don't know what my problem is with those. But you can see how fun these would be to make for your Etsy shop. They're quick shop fillers, and they're great for craft shows also because they sell fast and they're really quick to produce, which means you can kind of keep the price down when you're selling them. Okay, let me push this one back in. So you can see we've got a little dimension. We're working opposite each other, really nice and full. I love that. I'm gonna hold a couple of these pieces off. We're gonna use those more in the foreground. Now it's time for our cool pumpkin spray. I like to just take this, and we don't have to manipulate it too much, but we do have to take and cut off the pumpkins because we want to utilize them and position them exactly where we want them. So we're gonna cut all the pumpkins off our main stem and then start to place them in. And I'm gonna put a couple of pumpkins kind of coming down. I'm gonna put like 2 below, one here, and that's cute down here by his cheek, and one a little shorter and tighter, maybe right there. So you can trim that wire. Go in right here. You're looking cute, Mr. Scarecrow. Look how cute that is. And then we'll put one above. So you can see that whole time we're leaving a space in the middle, and we call that the bow zone when we're designing. And the bow zone we leave empty because we're gonna place a bow in there. Now some projects we may change that up a little, but in general, that's where the bow's going. So now you're gonna tie your bow, and then we're gonna be ready to place it in the center. You're gonna need to take one of the floral pins that we use to secure the back of the scarecrow head, and we're gonna put one right here in behind the bow, and then just swing this around underneath the cable tie so it pokes up. Now remember, these were a little too long, so we're gonna cut them off just a little bit. Careful when you're cutting wires. Wear safety glasses or protection to make sure you don't get that in your eyes. I put some glue on there, and now we're placing this right in the middle. Look how cute this is. My gosh, isn't he so stinking cute? I love when we put the bows in. Cute bow. What a cute color combo. All right, let's put that up a little bit higher. I don't want to cover up his eyes too much. All right, bows in. Look how sweet. Now, we're going to take the last bush of greenery. We're going to work that all in, kind of in around the center of the design. So I'm going to push this all out and make this shorter because I don't need these super long. This will work. It looks kind of like the hay that's part of our scarecrow or the raffia. It's got that great texture. Okay, so trim that down after you've pushed it up, and we're going to start working these right in here around our pumpkins. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of the little longer pieces, and we'll put those on either side and really kind of soften the edges. Let's have one really long one go in the middle of those berry pieces we already put in. How cute is that? Oh, that layers up beautifully. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So you need 3 other pieces, like a long and a couple of short. Take that longest one, put it in the middle. It's gonna go right here in the middle. And as long as you're getting some glue on every piece going into the foam, it's gonna go in there nice and secure and hold really great. That's that dense floral foam that's hard. It's not sandy, so it really works well. Now, we wanna take these short pieces and put those in tight to the bow. So I'm gonna make these even shorter, so gently push them up, and they're gonna be like little pom-poms of fall floral. You're gonna love this color. All right, and we're gonna trim those short so their stems are very short, just like that. And let's put those in close to the bow. And I want these to work in here to fill in. Ah, cute. And we call that breaking the plane of the design. We use this a lot in design school where we want to make the pieces in the wreath feel integrated with the florals. So we use a technique called breaking the plane, and that's a term I use, that we are always working things in our design. All right, we have our 2 little berry pieces. This is another design school tip. We're gonna take something in the background, we're gonna bring it to the foreground. Really important to have cohesiveness. So use these in little clusters. And we're gonna bring these to the foreground of the design and place them in, just like that. Oh my gosh, beautiful. And how about these 2 to the top? So you can see, not only did we embellish this piece, but we did it on a super classy, high level where she is adorable. She is next level. She is beautiful. We've got gorgeous pumpkins, gorgeous ribbons, where she's cute and whimsical, but she can mix in with your high quality floral designs that you've already created in your Etsy shop or for your home. You can see how you could make this really fast, and I hope you enjoy the process. All right, Bloomerinos, I'll see you next time, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow wherever you're watching. We share projects like this every week so you can learn how to become a better designer. Bye, Blue Merinos!